She probably would have been better off staring at the eclipse than using that big ass
All right.
microscope upstairs.
Thank you, Tony, for that intro. All right, here comes another episode. We've been off a couple of weeks because we've been in hiatus. A little malito, a little sick during Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo for all you folks out there. Belated. I think I had COVID. I'm here to spread it to amongst my friends. T.I. had
appreciate it.
A semi-COVID too. So, all right. Well, I am the KC Waltz. And over here on my left is Joe Hooters. And over here on my right is Mr. Sunshine himself, Mr. Brightside, with that beautiful T-shirt.
Yes.
And
it's pretty bright in here.
It's pretty bright in here, and I feel warmth right on my right side. The original T.I.
Well, what you guys can't see is that Patrick Mahomes personally signed this T-shirt. So, of course, I'm going to wear it on the podcast.
He personally signed it?
Signed it, yes.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, of course.
Nice. Okay.
The only thing I can see with these glasses is Tony's bright ass shirt.
Yeah. You can see me like walking in front of it. Like a silhouette.
That's why I wore it. Just wanted to be noticed.
Like in the eclipse.
Oh, yes. Definitely noticed, buddy.
Thank you.
So, yes, and we are the Astro Boys, and we, too, love going out on a Monday night and kicking it and clubbing it in America's Pub. Am I right, fellas? Knocking out photographers and
I like to invite the photographer there under the guise that we're just going to do a nice interview, and then I like to sucker punch them.
So I guess they got into it earlier in the night and he called him back. Is that what the deal is?
I didn't hear that. So I didn't hear that they got into it. Right. The only thing that I heard is that he was invited there by Rashee Rice, that he was going to do an interview with him there. And when the guy showed up, he ended up showing him something on the Instagram, and he told him to look down at this phone, right? And if I'm getting part of this wrong, you guys, go for it in the comments. But he told him to look down at the phone, and when he looked down at the phone, that's when he punched him.
Okay, so let's go ahead and recap. Story comes out that our very own Chiefs wide receiver, Super Bowl champ, down there, and in Dallas, Texas, right? Dallas?
Yep.
Okay.
Dallas, Texas.
He's out clubbing. I think it's Sunday night into Monday morning, Monday night maybe.
I think it was Sunday night into Monday.
At a place called Club Lit.
Ooh.
Not literature. I'm assuming it's not like a reading club. Okay. Club Lit on a Monday night and allegedly
Monday morning.
Monday morning, Sunday night. Yeah. So allegedly got into some kind of confrontation with the photographer. Assaulted him. Okay. Days later, another story comes out saying that there was witnesses that said no, there was no altercation. It was pretty peaceful, and they just kind of just verbally got into it, and that was it. Okay, so and then I heard that the photographer didn't want to file charges. Now, forward it once again, like yesterday, the day before, a couple of days later after that second story. It does come out that the photographer came out and he's showing his face. It's swollen. He did make a police report. So if you make a police report, then sounds like you're going to file some charges. Okay. So that's where we're at now. Now there's just, this is all alleged. Okay. Now there's rumors out there that, that he punched the guy. Supposedly the photographer actually works for the club and goes around taking pictures. I guess Rashee Rice invited him over and said, hey, I want to show you something on my phone. So photographer looks down like, okay. And then Rashee Rice sucker punches him.
So, yeah. So what, does anybody know why he's mad at this? What has happened? Why did he punch him? Was he like, this guy was...
Is there any other story on that and why there was an altercation?
I didn't really dig in. It sounded like you was following it better than
myself,
that's
pretty much what Waltz says, pretty much what I've heard too. But like, I don't hear, like, why did he... why did he call him back? I heard he called him back.
The question is why? And then, is it because you shouldn't be taking my picture, but the guy works for the club? I mean, what do you... Okay.
Yeah. So the man told police he believed Rice wanted to hire him to take photos. Okay, so not the interview. I take that back. It was a photo op, and he just said when he arrived at the club, Rice allegedly told the victim to look at his phone. When he did, Rice punched him on the left side of his face. That's the only information that's out there right now. There's no prelude to what led up to it.
Something has. I mean, obviously, there's more
agree.
story. There's more story to that, but
You know,
This
even if whatever side of the stories you've heard, what are you doing? What are you doing? You are in the middle of a multi-million-dollar lawsuit with many people that you were involved in, that you had admitted to, with you and your dumbass friends. What are you doing? Why aren't you laying low like I fucked up?
right.
I'm not saying you don't have a right. You're 25 years old and you're a millionaire. You have a right to go ahead and go out. I get that. But what are you doing?
Well, here's the other thing. He's on a rookie contract right now. So he was on the cusp of, if he kept the trajectory up, this guy was going to get paid.
Oh yeah.
And now, dude, he's going to have to come in and do something fucking miraculous this season and the next couple seasons, if he stays here or wherever he goes, to get paid anything decent, in my opinion, because otherwise he just looks like he's a problem right now.
Right. And so actually he's on bond right now for 8 felonies, right?
Yes.
I guess.
So
Yes.
this new incident could actually revoke that bond, correct?
Sure.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna. You sound confident when you say it, so I'm gonna.
I mean, that
I
would
see,
make
I see what
sure.
you're saying. You're out on bond as a promise is like, okay, I'm going to come back to court and everything.
and I'm
okay,
gonna behave myself
yeah, I'm
while
going
I'm
to
out
behave
here.
myself. Well, yeah, I'm out on bond. Pretty much on probation or parole or whatever. And then you want to go and slap people around again. I don't know. I don't know the kid. I don't know if he was a diva. I don't know if he's a good guy. I don't know anything about him. But so far, I told you guys, the way I saw him get out of that vehicle and him and his selfish ass friends just took off, I guarantee you they were drunk or high.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
probably
it was
both.
something.
Probably both.
Yeah. So I didn't want to. I don't know.
Probably on that cocaine.
And I get it. You're 25 years old. I made all kinds of mistakes, man, at that age, but I didn't have millions of dollars to cover for.
Right. So like, say like when we went out when we were younger and did something stupid, no one knew because
Yeah.
no one cared who we were.
And look what happened.
Yeah.
But
Now all of a sudden,
people know who he is.
Oh man.
now they know who he is.
If people knew who we were.
Now, as a matter of fact, the owner came forward. He's like, "No, they were only there for like 30 minutes. Didn't order any alcohol. He was in the VIP section, and it looks like they were friendly. I mean, I didn't know the guy. I didn't know who he was until like later on. So even the owner didn't know who he was. But being there 30 minutes and then punching the guy allegedly, I just don't know. Look what happened. Just like Kareem Hunt. So once you get yourself into trouble like that, now all of a sudden the past starts sneaking up on you. Now there's another story about what, SMU or something, that he was involved in some kind of drive-by shooting or something.
I didn't know what it was, but I heard that there's some incidents from the past from SMU.
There was a
popping
basketball
up.
player that he confronted that was possibly dating the girlfriend that he was dating at that time. And then there was some kind of, I don't know. I started turning the radio down when I was driving up to a location that I was going to, but some kind of drive-by shoot. I don't know. So as you can see now, people are coming forward like, dude, he's always been an asshole. Look, I have a story for you too. And then now all these stories, it's not going to do much as far as his suspension goes and his fines, whatever, because of that incident, whatever, because I'm sure that happened. Yeah, I don't know how long.
Well, I don't
ago.
think
A long time ago.
No, none of those will. But now he has 2 incidents right next to each other. That's probably gonna make his. I think there's no way he don't get 8 games. I think 8 games is the bottom.
Yeah. And I don't think they're gonna lump. Well, I guess they could, right? They could lump in like both situations and be like, look,
No. It's gonna make it even longer since there's another situation.
But does the NFL has a tendency to go ahead and suspend somebody, or do they actually wait until the outcome of the law?
The NFL does not care about what the outcome is. Like, you made the league look bad, you're getting punished for this.
But there's other stories out there saying that, and I had already seen this, that the NFL said that they were going to wait until the legal proceedings play out before they act.
Okay.
And then so that led some people to say that, hey, there's a chance that
He could play the entire season.
he could possibly play the entire season, and then the suspension wouldn't come until next year, just depending on how long this drags out in court.
I heard that too, that it might drag out to next year.
But I'm more on your side. I think especially now with the second situation, I don't think the league waits. I think that they feel like they have to take action, and they're probably going to do it. And I see it being 8 games. So
Yeah. No, there's smoke, there's fire.
Whatever you do, if you want any of my advice, Mr. Rice, do not lie to the Hunts. Do not lie to the Hunt family.
Or
if
the
they
Clarks.
ask you, the Clarks. If they ask you specifically, you better give the details. I don't care if you have your lawyer with you or not. You better not lie to him. Ask Kareem Hunt how he's doing.
So with all this being said, what is the receiver room looking like for the Kansas City Chiefs?
Well, we still got Hollywood Brown. Okay,
Yes.
that would be number 1. And then
Kadarius Toney, baby.
he would be
Get
number
that
8.
boy the ball. Get that man the ball.
Maybe 7.
Sky Moore still there, right?
Yeah, never.
Is
he?
I
don't
think
know
so,
either.
Yeah, he's on the roster.
I'd have been more excited about MVS still being here.
I'm trying to think who number 2 was.
I would have took MVS over Sky Moore.
Watson, the man Watson.
Yeah,
Jackson
okay.
Heights very own.
Yes.
You know, he comes up with some big plays every now and then, but I would love to see more consistency out of him.
He gets zero separation. Whenever you
That's
see
the
him,
problem.
Whenever you see him catch the ball, the defender is on him.
Which is what
On
makes
him.
him look like he makes some awesome catches.
Yeah,
but that's also
that's
the
every
same
time.
reason he
Yeah.
doesn't catch the ball that often.
Yeah.
Who's the number 2?
Man, I don't.
So
I
you
think
got
that's it.
it's pretty short right now, man. The cupboards
Man,
are
if
bare.
I have to sit
The
here and
cupboards
think
are
about
bare.
it, yeah, if I have to sit here and think about it, I think
Here's your
I
second
mean-
receiver. It's Travis Kelce.
Right, but I mean, the rookie guy,
Wide
no
receivers.
Worthy.
that's right.
Oh
That's right.
yeah.
Shit.
Thank you, Xavier
Sorry.
Worthy. Sorry,
Okay.
Mr.
Our
Worthy.
first round pick, Xavier Worthy, so he would be number 2.
Who
Or
apparently, who apparently looked horrible day 1 of the rookie minicamp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They said he looked pretty bad. He dropped some punts, whatnot, but came back on day 2 and 3 and looked really good.
Oh, okay. That's
So
all
he's
that
going to be
matters.
returning punts.
I think they want him to, but I don't know.
What about that
returned
rugby
punts.
player?
Yeah, I was that guy, but Worthy returned punts in college as well. So
Oh, okay.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So they're tinkering.
Yeah. You gotta see what he has.
Tinkering.
Yep, that's right. That's what they call it.
So then when Rashid Rice comes back, so it'll be he'll move back to number 2. I think Hollywood Brown would take the number 1 spot, and then Rashid Rice number 2, and then you got the rookie number 3. That's going to be a pretty nice package.
Well, I thought it was looking pretty good before Rice started acting like an idiot.
Man.
With Rice and Hollywood Brown and this rookie guy coming in.
Yeah, he looked
And,
primed to have
yeah.
a breakout year this coming year. Like
Yeah,
Rashid Rice
Mhm.
looked primed. He the last 4 games of the season last year?
Well,
It
pretty
may
much
have been more than that,
yeah.
but he
the
started.
last 4 for sure. But I think like
fire.
probably the last half of the season he started picking it up.
Yes.
Big
So Zay Jones was cut from the Jaguars. He came and visit, and I thought it was a pretty good look, but then he's ended up signing with the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's what I hear. That's what
I'm glad he didn't come to the Chiefs.
Why? I saw that in text messages. You and Ken just did not like that. What's up?
Well, I mean, if we're gonna make a move out there on the market, I want us to get a bigger guy. That's really it. Like somebody that's like 6'2" or bigger. If you could get your hands on somebody like that, that's what we need right now in this offense. So
So then who's left?
Well, Fuck Kim was talking about Michael Thomas, and we had our exchange in group text, and his reply was just so dumb. I couldn't even reply to it, man. I just had to put the rolling eye emoji.
you want to remind us what the reply was?
Hang on, let me find his.
His song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is what Fuck Kim was saying.
So what did fucking say?
So basically, I said that I was talking about how Michael Thomas called out Derek Carr last year and said that he threw the football too high and that's why he got hurt. That's all paraphrased, but pretty much that's what was said.
Oh yeah.
And then,
Then fucking says,
oh yeah, I'd be upset about my health too, especially on a contract year. I'm
"There's
like,
nothing wrong worrying about your health."
I mean, what are you talking about, bro? I'm not talking about worrying about your health. He like talking shit on the quarterback to everybody.
Yeah, that's what that was about.
Yeah.
It was a character situation.
Yeah, you can't just call your quarterback out. I mean, if you do, then you're probably not going to have a good
Yeah.
time. It's
And
not gonna be-
apparently, I didn't know what I was really talking about when it came to Zay Jones because I was like, no, I'd rather have somebody that's around 6'2". Well, Zay Jones is actually 6'2". So I just, I guess that name just didn't excite me because I didn't hear his name at all in fantasy football last year. He wasn't anybody like he was sat on
Right.
the waiver wire. And I just don't remember hearing anything positive about the guy. I'm sure he's a wonderful guy, but I just
I
don't
mean,
remember hearing anything
But look who his
that stood
quarterback
out.
was.
Yeah.
They had some issues. They couldn't
Trevor
protect
Lawrence?
him. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence. They
I
really couldn't
mean,
protect him. He
He
really
was a
didn't.
great quarterback.
Yeah. I mean,
Offensive court. Look what they did, man. They didn't.
Yeah.
They started out hot, then they fizzled out.
I mean, he probably could have been a solid contributor here. I mean, who
Yeah, it
knows?
doesn't matter. He's moved
Yep.
on.
He's gone.
True.
So there's like nothing really left then, right?
That's what people are saying, but I don't know. We might have one of those
Yeah.
people that
If
we
you guys are
pick
listening, maybe
that
throw
didn't
it in
get
the
drafted.
comments here. See what you guys think.
McCole Harmon. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting him back.
I'll take him back.
He knows the system. He's well liked in the locker room.
I want you back.
If MVS is cheap enough, take
And you
MVS
know what?
back.
You know, Hardman knows his role as well. He knows, hey, this is what I do for this team. I think he'd be good as the fourth receiver, fifth receiver, whatever.
Yeah, he has the experience.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sounds like it's settled.
I don't think he'd
Hardman.
come back.
Oh, he's not signed. I mean, he'll come back for money.
Yeah.
I mean, $3-4 million. I mean, who wouldn't do that?
What else with the Chiefs going on?
That's what I did with the Chiefs. Man.
Okay, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Royals. Did you see that catch by Bobby Witt last night?
No.
Yes.
Oh my God!
You had it was
had
a
a-
little pop fly. It went over like the third baseman. Third
Yeah.
baseman's looking backwards, like, oh shit, it's gonna drop. And then you had the left the left
fielder.
fielder coming in, and looks like he's hot tailing it, like, nope, it's gonna drop. Out of nowhere, out of the camera angle, you got Bobby Witt Jr. just zoom.
Yeah, it
He
slides
slides
in.
on his ass, catches it. That's how you do it, boys.
Yeah, man, it was pretty sweet, man.
It
It's,
was fucking badass. And then there was another great play by the pitcher, Mr. Lynch. He
that double
comes,
play.
Yep.
Yeah.
He comes out here. He throws it. There's only one out. He throws a pitch. It goes right back at him. He catches it. One out. Turns around. Throws it to wait. No.
Yeah.
Did it bounce to him?
It bounced. He had to go off the
Okay,
mound
okay,
a little
okay.
bit, yeah. But
Okay.
he went to second.
So he went to second. One out. Went to first. 2 outs. Right.
Yeah, usually like comebackers like that, they just go to first.
Right. And then as a pitcher, you do not throw the ball while you're running at a side angle, sidearm to
yeah.
the second, because it's going to go out to the outfield and you're going to score another few
It
runs.
looked pretty good. It did.
It was pretty badass.
So quick fact, Bobby Witt, for the season, he was plus 2,000 to win the MVP. Now he is plus 250. So he has moved right on up to one of the favorites to win MVP.
There you go.
Hey, when's the last time we had an MVP in Kansas City?
Ooh, George Brett.
Georgia Brett.
I mean, was there somewhere was there some
so.
oddball?
The only, so no, that was Brett Sabragan had the Cy Young.
Oh,
George
man.
Brett with the MVP.
George Brett was the last one to hit
I
the
wanna
cycle,
say,
didn't he?
was there
Probably
We
George
haven't hit a
Brett.
cycle in
like
decades.
like someone done like Danny Tartable or somebody like
No,
that?
Of course not. I don't think Tartabull ever won the MVP.
You don't think who? Who'd you say?
Danny Tartable. I was saying
T.I.
someone
Who'd
like
you say?
that.
Oh, he said Danny Tartabull.
I was just saying it's someone dumb like that you wouldn't even think about.
Tartar ball?
Yeah, so George Brett is the only Royals player to ever win the MVP, and of course, he did that in 1980.
Danny
Most
Tartar
people
ball.
would have guessed 1985, I bet you,
I
just because
would.
of the World Series. But
I would have guessed 80 or 85. I'd probably
Yeah.
guessed 85 first though.
Yep.
But 80 was like
1980.
I think 80 was the year he hit like 390.
was that the year of the Pine Tar incident?
I think that was like 80.
And just to correct, it's Danny Tartar ball.
What did I say? What did I call him?
He said tartar ball. He said you said tartar ball.
Tartable?
Tartar bowl.
I think we said Tartable.
No, you
I guess
said
we'll have to
ball.
roll back the tape.
Oh, we
It's all
can do
good.
that.
Hey, I remember when Danny Tartable was on Seinfeld.
he said
For the
He
Yankees.
said it again. I told you.
he did.
Tartable. I said it on purpose that
Hey.
time.
And who plays center for the Denver Nuggets?
We all know the Joker plays center. Come on, man.
It's true. It's true.
Yep. Okay, other Royals news besides a great win yesterday. What is the issue right now? I mean, we're 7 games over 500, but I think we should be more, right?
4 more.
Our bullpen is kind of up and down.
We did
and
blow a
down.
couple of saves this past week. We blew a 10th inning, extra innings. Bullpen came in and blew that one. We should have won that one on was it last Sunday, and then there was a one just recently.
Yeah, MacArthur. When we were up
Yeah.
5-3 in the top of the
And then-
ninth, and he gave up a 3-run home run.
Yep. So
That was
MacArthur, I for a while, I still am. Still a big fan of his that he's going to be our closer. But
Yeah.
are we should we go out there and look for a veteran?
I think we need another piece. We need something because I think overall we've been pretty solid, but it's kind of been we've had some down moments. And I guess it happens through a long season, but it's always tough to watch it when the bullpen comes in and just blows it.
Yeah.
That's always tough to watch.
Do you guys know what attendance has looked like this year?
Last time it was I saw 27,000.
Oh, okay, that's a pretty good turnout.
Yeah.
Was that a weekend game?
I was thinking it was always averaging between 22 and 24, and then I saw it was 27,000 the other night. I think it was one of the bobblehead giveaways or something.
Yeah.
Well, them Jackson County residents better go watch them while they can, because they ain't gonna be there for long.
This fucking guy. Okay, where are they going?
They ain't gonna be playing. They're not gonna be playing at Kaufman. I promise you that.
No, probably not.
They're gonna be playing in I don't know.
Spit it out, buddy.
Delta Dental Stadium in Wyandotte County.
Ooh,
well, I tell you what, if they end up, and I don't think they will, but if they end up the season like last year, I don't think people are going to really care if they go anywhere else or not. To be honest, there's a lot of fair weather fans in Kansas.
Oh yeah. Did you guys see the renderings for the KCK Arrowhead?
Nope.
No,
probably not the ones you're talking about. I've seen
Yes,
renderings in the past when we talked about it, but
No,
I'm
it's
assuming
like-
you're talking about something new.
Pretty recent. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they were talking about I think by the American Royal or something, right?
Yeah, somewhere in the Legends area.
Okay, yeah, the Legends. I did hear about that.
Yeah.
actually. I
I
did
know
see that
that's
as one of the
those. Yeah, I like that stadium.
It looked pretty. It looked pretty
I
nice.
liked it.
It looked better than that bullshit they try to come out with the
Arrowhead.
and
The
yeah.
updates.
Well, in those other places, I felt like they're trying to stuff, this big, whatever you want to call it. What do they call them? I know it's a stadium, but what's the other thing that they're trying to connect to these?
Dome.
No, not dome, but like
The walkway?
the entertainment district.
there you go. So they're trying to tie it to these entertainment districts, but I feel
Yeah.
like they're sticking like a circle into a wood peg or something. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's the best analogy, but
A
they just
circle
put it-
into a wood.
they
peg.
just put it into an area and tried to make sense of it, but they
Into a
didn't really
square-
have the
square
space for
peg.
it. So I think the only way you successfully do it is you find an open area like the Legends that does have commercial entertainment nearby, and you just expand on it.
Yeah, and then you can put more entertainment directly around the stadium.
I just saw a story today or yesterday that that if we bring one of those teams or both, we could possibly look at creating stadiums downtown KCK that would save the ugliness of downtown KCK.
You could probably clean up quite a bit of it, huh?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, right there at Central, it kind of overlooks the downtown Missouri, Missouri. That's where we should put it. You can still have the skyline.
Yeah, so you can still see the.
Hey, but
the
you're
nice
in
kind of-
Kansas.
Yeah, KCK does not have a nice skyline. I think we got one tall building.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is what it is, buddy.
Yeah. Every time I go to work, driving to work, I'm like, this is fucking ugly. But it loves me some Casey's case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say so.
All right, so the Royals are still looking hot. They've been winning games when they're supposed to be winning. They've been losing games when they're not supposed to be losing. But it's still exciting. It's still fun. It's still May, and they're still relevant. That's all we ask for.
Yeah.
They're giving it all they got, man. I'm telling you what, Bobby Witt is the story of the entire MLB.
He's a star, man.
Maybe
Rock
one
star.
story behind Shohatani.
Has there been any
Konnichiwa.
more news about the gambling?
I feel like it's not even talked about anymore. It's like they completely just swept it under the rug.
Yeah.
No, his interpreter went to court.
I think he took the
today.
rap. Yeah, he took it all.
Yeah, he went to
Little
court
back
today.
room deal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. By chance, did you guys see the catcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, Contreras?
No.
What am I supposed to be looking at?
So he was catching or whatever, and he put his hand out there too far, and he got hit by the baseball bat.
Oh shit.
It did not look pretty.
Ew.
It was pretty rough to watch.
Maybe you could do a still shot right here, Ti, of his broken.
Or you probably can find the
arm or
video. I
something.
mean, man, it was gruesome. And he like took off running around the field. he literally did. Like he jumped up and like was running. Yeah, since we was on baseball, I thought that little tidbit out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I can tolerate, but one thing I cannot look at are broken bones. So maybe not. We'll just.
Well, I don't. It wasn't like one of those things where you saw like his bone sticking out or anything.
Okay.
And I hate those.
You
too,
just know
man.
it hurt like hell.
Yeah, you could tell that it was. Yeah, it was not good. It was not good.
All right. So the Royals are what? What are we? 4 games behind?
No, like two and a half.
Are we still
maybe?
2?
2.5. Two,
Okay.
2.5.
No, actually,
Because I know they've been losing.
We're 1.5 games
1.5?
back. Yeah.
Okay.
So
'Cause I
we're
know-
tied with Minnesota. And
Yeah, because the Twins have been
Cleveland's-
whipping up on Cleveland recently.
Cleveland's up 1.5. So we're 6-4 in the last 10 games.
You know, the Twins started out pretty shitty, but they've really turned it around.
Yeah, they're 8-2 in the last 10.
Yeah,
so
they're
they
hot.
surged these last 10 games.
Yes, they're definitely
Whereas
hot.
Cleveland's trying to let us make a little bit of ground. They went 5-5 in the last 10.
There we go. What are we at? Like 6-4?
6-4 in the last 10.
Oh, look at that.
Our pitcher Marsh
I
came back, right?
literally just said that like 30 seconds ago.
Oh, well, I didn't hear you, so I actually really just guessed.
Yeah, really good guess. Solid.
It's the
Yeah,
brightness of
yeah.
the shirt that really deafening.
Yeah, deafening brightness of the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Look, guys, I'm sorry. I
No,
would have
no
got you.
apologies.
I'm
I like
sorry
it.
I didn't get you one.
I like it.
Seriously.
I can't
you-
see out of this eye, but
Could you imagine if all three of us had that on?
That's right. Well, we wouldn't have needed the lights.
Right.
So there's that.
so tonight, after 11 o'clock, if you go outside, we actually have an opportunity here in Kansas City to see the Borealis
Oh, man. Yeah.
lights coming down here like a green streak. But they said to be sure to stay away, at least from the inner city, turn off all the lights, whatever, so you can get a real clear view of the green lights that are going to be shimmering up above. But do not stand next to this guy here with this shirt because it'll
Yeah.
just
Too bright.
Fuck
You
it
know,
all
just-
up.
You won't be able to see.
it'll be daytime.
Yeah. yeah.
So that's something to look forward to. All right,
Sure.
so enough with the Royals.
Yep. We can move
Yeah,
on.
we want to hit some basketball, not men's basketball, but Caitlyn Clark has played a couple of preseason games in the WNBA, and
Caitlyn Clark. She
Yeah.
is the
so there's a couple of stories about Caitlyn. I mean, obviously she's hot news right now.
mhm.
So last night at their preseason game, they got 13,000 fans, which is, I guess, is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
But also they said that the Indiana Fever was second to last in attendance last year. So they're going to be looking up on their attendance.
They'll be number 1 in attendance this year, I would
Yeah.
assume, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
I think
Plus,
so.
They've said that other teams that they're changing venues to get bigger venues,
Right.
to get more people in.
So let me ask you something. If the Indiana Fever by chance with another team came to Sprint Center, would you guys buy a ticket?
Probably not.
Well, there's no Sprint Center, so
Sorry,
might buy
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile.
Fuck's sake.
You know what? If we all got together and we're like, hey, let's go check this out and have some
I would go.
beers.
I would go. You know why?
I would do it
Because
then.
because she's going to be a big star, and she already
Yeah.
is. So I think it'll be a nice opportunity, almost a chance of a lifetime. I mean, I know can go to Indiana, wherever else she's going to play, but then wherever she goes, she's going to be selling out some stadiums,
Yeah.
man. So
I'd
this
say
would be
this, I
our
wouldn't pay too
opportunity.
much for that ticket, though.
No,
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's
see
going to be overpriced.
Caitlyn Clark about this big.
That
Is
sounds
it,
like one of the great deals when somebody at work gives me, hey, you want to go to the Fever game? I got some tickets. Oh,
Yes, I'd be
What's
all
I'm
all
in.
over that.
What's a
Yes.
fever?
because they're gonna charge me what $30-$40 to park, whatever the nonsense is these days. I mean,
I think it's 25 down there, usually
Yeah.
25 for events.
Is that-
Also, did you hear about the interaction she had with the Indiana reporter?
I don't remember what was said, but I know he got in trouble. So maybe
Yeah, it was
fill
something
us
about.
in.
I guess she does like the little heart sign, and I don't know. He was just really weird and said some weird stuff, and it kind of upset her, which I can see why. But yeah, they pulled him off. You're like, "Yep, you're out of here, bud."
What do you say?
Yeah, that was so.
Something like, as long as if you do it, just if you're doing your heart back to me, then we'll be all good, or something like that. 'Cause
Oh yeah, he made some kind of creepy
it was
like,
definitely creepy.
move. Like, oh yeah, we're almost like we're on the same page. If you do it to me, and I'll do it back to you, and it was just like,
Yeah,
okay.
because I guess she does it to her family, and he was kind of like, "Oh, if you just do it back to me, then we'll be all good here." Like,
Something like that.
yeah,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I heard about that.
But they did it. The paper was like, okay, you're
Yeah.
off following the fever now.
So that's exactly what they say. Suspended after an uncomfortable exchange with Caitlyn Clark and will not attend Fever games.
Now he's
Greg Doyle, congratulations, sir.
Hey, Mr. Doyle, now you got to go cover the panda that's pregnant at the zoo. That's going to be a while.
Him and Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy.
You know where Ron Burgundy made an appearance at recently?
This is I was gonna go into more on this. What would you just?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so it says the ordeal began when Doyle used his time during Clark's introductory presser to hold up his hands to form a heart towards the basketball star. Not a big deal yet. A gesture Clark became known for doing with her family after every Iowa Hawk game. Okay. Right. In a confused response to Doyle's hand gesture, Caitlyn Clark said, "You like that?" Which to he replied, "I like that you're here." Okay.
You're just saying like he likes that she's here playing basketball.
Yeah. And then Clark added, "Yeah, I do that at my family after every game." And Doyle responded, "Start doing it to me and we'll get along just fine."
That's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other reporters in the room seemed to laugh off the awkward exchange, but social media was set ablaze. Oh gosh, I think they're overreacting. I mean, it was a little creepy what he did, but that's an overreaction in my opinion. Anyways,
you don't think that was unprofessional?
Yes, and creepy, but not like to the point where like wasn't.
I don't want to ask this guy. I don't want to ask this guy here.
Not to the point where you get suspended. Like that's a coaching. You take the guy aside and you coach him, man. People are getting so offended, so touchy, man. It's sports.
Okay. But I think you just take him, just put him on.
Weak.
He just doesn't do fever games. Have him do something else.
Well, that's what happened. So I guess it's no longer a story then. Okay, there we go.
Because think about it. Why? It's Indiana, huge star that just started. Why would you want to go ahead and continue having this awkward interaction with this guy that just tried to put a move on the big star of Indiana?
And so this is my point where they're overreacting, because this is literally what they're saying. Almost every one of the women colleagues and students in sports media and sports journalism are sharing that clip of Greg Doyle and Caitlyn Clark with disgust. And then it goes on to say, one person on X, right, says, "We are rightly furious and fed up. His cred should be revoked and offered to an unedited journalist who respects women." Like, shut up. The guy made a creepy pass. So call him out for what he did, right? Let's call him out for what he did. He made a creepy pass. Everyone else, calm the fuck down, man. Y'all are getting too soft.
And I don't know if maybe he had other incidents in the past. Maybe. Here's a point where I wanted to make with just the over or whatever you're talking about there. And Ron Burgundy. Did you see his last appearance?
You with this fucking Ron Burgundy thing. Go ahead. No, I did not. Where was his last appearance?
Oh, on the Tom Brady roast?
On the Tom Brady roast.
Tom Brady roast.
And they let Tom Brady have it, man.
Oh my God. Did you watch the Tom Brady roast?
I did not.
No. Nope. You'd probably be offended, so maybe you won't watch.
They didn't know who else got it was Gronk, man. They was on Gronk.
Mm-hmm. So there's a guy by the name of Tony Hinchcliffe. He does a show called Kill Tony online. It's actually pretty popular. And this guy lit the fucking room on fire. He was the guy that everyone was talking about.
Is that the guy with the little mustache?
Yeah. If anything, Waltz, you need to watch.
I am.
Tony.
I heard a lot of good stuff about it.
Oh, he obliterated everybody.
He was talking shit about the Chiefs and their fans or whatever.
I think that's Tom Brady.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about our fans. He didn't talk about the Chiefs.
He said we're not that guy. Tom Brady said something about.
I'm talking about Tom Brady.
Oh, well, we were talking about Tony Hinchcliffe when you interjected that.
Are we straight now?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Are you okay? Okay. Are you on the page with us now, Waltz? Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Tom Brady.
Okay, so you're back on Tom. It's cool.
Oh,
I don't remember. That's what was being roasted.
Yeah, so I didn't watch the entire thing because the thing's fucking 3 hours long.
Yeah, man.
Right?
I've watched about half of it.
Yeah. I can't. It's just too long to watch. So I did watch the highlight. That's all I watched. I watched a few different highlights. I watched Dana White got up there, said a few things. I seen Tony Hinchcliffe, and
you seen who was the lady comedian?
Oh, Nikki Glazer.
Yeah.
Oh, she went hard, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man. So Giselle, she was the brunt of a lot of the jokes, unfortunately for her.
Yeah.
That had to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. So we're all talking about, they went hard on Tom. I'm like, her name was popping up left and right, and there's no way she liked that.
Oh, no. I mean, that's a touchy way, man. He had kids with her. Like, I don't know that he knew it was going to go that way.
Oh no,
That
he
was
had
a-
to
He had to have
prove
known.
he had to prove all
Oh
jokes.
man, it was some brutal
No,
shit. It
he
was
did not.
brutal. No,
he
no,
has to
no.
look at all the jokes and approve.
No, not true. Not true. Because there's a video
It's
out
a
there.
roast.
And this is actually on the Netflix
'cause
special.
Jeff Ross said he went off script and he started talking about Belichick. Is that what you're talking about?
No, Robert.
Okay.
I heard he got pissed with the
Robert-
Belichick jokes.
Robert Kraft,
Kraft.
right? So what happened is he tells this joke about how Tom Brady showed up in the after being drafted in the 6th round. He shows up into the Patriot locker room and he goes and he tells Robert Kraft that I'm the best damn decision your organization has ever made. Want a massage? So that was the joke, right? Instead, he said, want a massage. And so what they were saying is that on the teleprompters, that everyone was able to see what was coming up on the teleprompter. So the rumor is that he's seen what they was about to say next. And so Tom Brady gets up and doesn't make no secret about it. And because you hear it on the mic, he's like, don't say that shit again.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so he kind of reprimanded him and he went and sat down. But he was okay with all that shit they were talking about his ex-wife. So I found that a little interesting.
Right.
That
So
was the
also,
thing that set him off.
They cut, Kim K got up there and they booed her, but they cut it out of the.
I heard that.
special.
I heard that she
Yeah.
was so she got so booed and so overwhelmingly loud booed that she couldn't even get through her jokes, and they just edited that shit out.
Well, she still had her thing, but they
Yeah.
edited out the booing part.
Yeah, in the beginning, they I seen the full thing where they were booing her, so they did boo her for a while. She waited for them to stop, and I will say to her credit, I'm not a Kim Kardashian fan at all, but to her credit, man, she handled it really well actually,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she kept her composure. She told a
I
few good
mean,
jokes and went and sat the fuck
But that's
down.
what she does, right? She does this stuff, and so people can make fun of her. That's pretty much been her fame, right?
I think she kind of realizes her role in society now and the things that she's going to be attacked on, and she's just accepts it.
Yeah, I mean that's the way she keeps out there and keeps making money.
Yeah, so Tony Hinchcliffe was the first one to get down on her. That's when he said, hey, Ron Burgundy, the great Ron Burgundy was just here. And he is like, a whale's vagina. Speaking of a whale's vagina, we got Kim Kardashian here. She has more public beef than Kendrick and who's, I don't know who he's fucking beefing with. But
Drake.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar and Drake. So that was kind of
I don't
funny
know what the problem
and mean
there
at the
is.
same time, but
It's
that's what a
definitely-
roast is.
It's definitely a good watch.
I will say this, man. It was good to see comedy back. I don't feel like there's been really any good comedy for a while, actually.
Yeah, 'cause,
So it was nice to see it back.
Yeah.
Also, too, is I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to watch it. Is Cat Williams? I don't know if y'all are fans, but I'm a huge fan of Cat Williams.
Really?
He's got.
Not
Oh,
really.
I am. Oh, 100%. Anyways, he's got a great special. Go out there and watch it, fellas.
Nah, I'm just skip that one.
You're lost.
I do like Manicasco. Yeah,
Jeff Manescu or whatever.
no, the
Yeah, that
Italian.
Yeah, that's who I'm trying to say.
Sebastian Maniscalco, and I like Steve Bartis, and the other comedian, that nerdy white guy. Damn, it's slipping my mind right now.
What else we got?
We were talking about Caitlyn Clark, and then they moved into that.
I said all my.
Yeah, I don't think
Anything
there was
else
going to
on
be.
Caitlyn?
Anything else on NBA?
They've only played a couple games. They lost the first game. They did come back. They were down by I think 13 or 14 in their the preseason finale, so they did win that.
Yeah.
One fun fact about Caitlyn Clark: she has never lost back-to-back basketball games.
Well, that's going
except
to
for
change.
college. It's going to change. I agree.
So you guys realize that a lot of WNBA games aren't even aired, and they're hard to find to even watch them, including her games.
Not surprised.
So, yeah, it's not like an NBA. You can see
Well,
them
I always thought
every
that
night, every weekend. TNT.
I thought they started after the NBA season.
They do. Oh yeah, I remember that.
I mean, I
So
guess
they're
it's-
not going to worry about airing preseason games, right? I do think we're going to see a few more games pop up because of Caitlyn Clark.
Well, here's the deal. You always see like the WNBA maybe like on a Saturday or Sunday or whatever.
Yeah.
But no Tuesday nights or
No.
no Thursday nights.
No.
Nothing like that.
No Tuesday night package.
Yeah.
TNT. I don't know.
But if you're one of those people, that does stuff like steal your neighbor's cable, stuff like that, you're probably okay with going to sites like crackstream.com. There's some other ones out there. You can watch any sports games. If they're not on TV, you can watch every single Fever game this year. So there's that. They come up with the most interesting names. The other one's meth streams. Like, really, guys? These are the names?
They want you to
We
be
got
addicted.
Well, we got a buddy in our text chat, right? We got our text group rather, and every
The
now and
anonymous
then I'm
Texas
looking
fan?
for different links, and dude always has different links. I don't know how he gets
They
them.
came out
He
pretty
always
good.
He's on
has
it,
them
man.
ready, man. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So Canelo ended up fighting, and I thought it was still a good fight. Who was the other kid?
He fought Munguia. Munguia was undefeated, I believe,
That's right.
45-0 with 40
Right.
knockouts. So the kid had
Dang,
power.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
He had never been knocked down prior to this fight.
He got knocked down
In the
this
fourth?
fight. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Then after a while, you could just tell this dude was getting hurt.
Yeah.
Where's this guy from?
Mexico.
Mexico.
It was the
Okay.
first time in a long time that we had two primetime Mexican fighters finally fighting each other.
on
So
the
it was
weekend,
exciting.
on the Cinco de Mayo weekend
Yeah.
at that,
Ooh,
right?
It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, from what I seen in the fight, Munguia came out fast and strong. We kind of knew that Canelo was going to probably sit there and study his opponent. So I gave the first 2 rounds
Yep.
to Munguia.
Munguia. I agree.
And then I even gave him the 3rd round. And at that point, I'm like, you know what? Maybe the first one was not, closer than than I thought. So I was like, if anything, he's definitely got 2 out of the first 3 rounds. And then the 4th round happened. He started out good in the 4th round. And then
From there, it just went down here for Munguia.
Canelo hit him with
Canelo
that 3-piece
Was just
combo,
playing.
dude.
He was just playing with him.
Dude, uppercut, left, right, bam, bam, dude.
Mhm.
It was so, and you just seen his head bounce around like a
It was
pinball.
like a cat and mouse game. He was just playing this kid. I mean, Canelo was like, I've fought the
setting up
best.
the shots.
And then I am going to dissect you every single round. I am not going to knock you out yet.
But dude, in those first 3 rounds, he was taking a lot of shots.
Yeah. I think he was filling him out.
Just sitting there. No, he was sitting there like he wasn't moving his head, and you just seen Canelo's head several times just getting popped back, like pop, pop, pop. Right? But it wasn't hurting him. But every time Canelo touched that kid, you could tell the difference. Like the kid was feeling it.
His body
And
shots.
Damn, man, Canelo is a
I
beast.
mean,
He has one hell of a chin.
You're
the
calling
best.
this guy a kid. How young was he? I mean, he had 45 fights. Could be that
Yeah,
young.
I
He's
mean,
younger
you know,
than Canelo.
we're 48. They're all kids to us now.
There
Okay.
you go. Okay.
For
Okay.
the most part. Yeah, I used to hate when I hear people call like people in their 20s even kids, but it makes sense now. So, yeah.
I
think
enjoyed the fight. I thought it was a good fight.
it was actually a really good fight, man. I feel like boxing's back. It really is. And not necessarily just because of the Ryan Garcia fight, but it just so happens that was a great spark for boxing, was that. And then it got followed by this fight, which is great for boxing. So now they got 2 products out there that everyone was excited to see and everyone's still talking about. There's another big fight coming up on May 20th. And what I love right now, what's happening in boxing, all the best fighters are not ducking each other anymore. They're calling each other out. The fights are starting to happen. Gervonta Davis is going to fight another champ. He's going to be fighting Frank Martin, who's also undefeated. They're going to be fighting. I told you guys it was this month, but it's not. It's June 20th. And so that's the next fight I look forward to. They're now talking about Canelo's either going to fight. There's a guy in his weight division right now. I think I'm probably getting the name wrong, Berlanga or whatever the hell his name is, but it's another undefeated fighter that he might be fighting. I think he's trying to skip that fight, and they might be trying to set up him and Benavidez, which is the biggest fight out there right now.
Who were they talking? Which one of those names were they asking him about? And then the crowd just started cheering like this. That's the next fight we want to see.
Benavidez.
That's right. I remember that. Benavidez.
Yeah.
And he was like, look, guys, let me rest first. He was like, you don't want to fight? No. You bring me whoever you want. I will fight. And they told me that I wouldn't fight De La Hoya. Was it De La Hoya? Yeah, right?
He never
I
fought De La Hoya.
Wasn't De La Hoya? He
No.
said Mayweather.
He fought under
Mayweather.
Golden Boy. He fought Mayweather, and he lost to Mayweather when he was 23.
But who was another popular Mexican fighter? I thought it was him. I think when he first started.
No, so they never fought.
Okay. Who else? Yeah, he was naming off all these fighters, these primetime fighters. He goes, whoever they brought me, I fought. So stop saying that I won't fight this guy.
He always
Let me
fought the
get a
best.
chance. Yeah. Let me get a chance and rest up. And then, yes, you bring me whoever you want and I will fight him.
Dude, I mean, it's hard not to love Canelo, honestly. If you listen to the guy talk, like he's a man's man.
Did you see that exchange between him and De La
that was the
Hoya?
best, bro.
De La Hoya was trying to do
Oh.
some kind of press conference.
Hey, but I like the way De La Hoya came off, because De La Hoya came with some fire too, right?
Yeah.
He kind of ended up
He's still
saying,
not a punk. Yeah.
yeah, he ended up at this saying, he's just like, So put some fucking respect on it when he told him about,
Yeah.
hey, it's always been Golden Boy. It's still my name, Golden Boy. So put some fucking respect on it.
And then Canelo in Spanish was like, you're a fucking cabron. You're a fucking culo.
Yeah.
You didn't write that script. The people behind you wrote that script. You didn't write that shit. You don't have the fucking balls to write that shit. While De La Hoya was trying to do his press conference.
Isn't De La Hoya his promoter?
He was.
He's Munguia's promoter, but he
yeah.
used to be Canelo's
He was,
guy,
yeah.
and that's what he was saying in the lead up. He was like, "Because I taught you a lot of stuff that you know today." He was like, "I brought you along.
Yeah.
You fought under my banner,
Right.
my name, and it's still my name."
Yeah.
Because prior to this, Canelo, instead of promoting the fight, he had just been talking shit on De La Hoya for like several days leading up to that. So that was De La Hoya addressing it. And so what I thought was cool, Canelo then got up when it was his time to take the mic, and he just started talking to Munguia. He wasn't talking shit. He would just started telling Munguia in Spanish when they translated it was, hey, have a lawyer look at your contracts. I guarantee you will, and I'm paraphrasing, I guarantee you will find some missing money. And that's all he started talking about. And he's just like, and he just started talking about, this is what you need to do. Get you a lawyer, have him look at your contracts. And so that shit got underneath De La Hoya's skin. And then later on, he started talking about he might sue him for defamation. So I don't think there's going to be anything to that. But people do not like De La Hoya, man.
No,
they do not. So De La Hoya and who is it? Eberly, I think, the promoter guy with Floyd Mayweather, that older black guy with the gray beard. So they were interviewing him, and it shows De La Hoya standing right next to him. I guess they are working on something together currently. And he's like, well, hey, it's good to see that you guys, kind of got over your differences and you guys are now working together. And he just and he looks over and he sees that De La Hoya is right there. And he's just like, so what changed? He's like, nothing changed. Fuck him. He was just like, really? He's like, yeah, because it's still that time. Fuck De La Hoya. And then you just see De La Hoya hears it and he just kind of slinks away. It's like, oh, poor De La Hoya, man.
Poor De La Hoya.
Yeah. Did you see what De La Hoya had on fight night? Oh my God, dude. It was a real glittery. It's a real glittery top, right? It was like this. It's something a woman would wear, honestly. So it was just this black thing that had glitter all over it. And I can't remember what Canelo said, but I'll put the quote up here because it was fucking hilarious. He made a reference about her, but he was talking about De La Hoya. So, but man, great fight.
I know it's the last couple of episodes you're not drinking. What's going on?
What do you mean what's going on? I drank last episode.
No, you had water too. Even Monica noticed it.
I had water, and I also had the Ken's lemonade.
And today it's just water.
Where's your drink?
I got a busy day tomorrow, man.
Hey, so speaking of boxing, though,
Bed Bath and Beyond, maybe Home Depot.
I don't know if you're gonna have enough time.
I don't know.
Oh, for what? Oh, is there other things you want to talk about? That's interesting.
Bed Bath and Beyond.
Oh, that, yeah. Well, we could if we have time.
That's from old school, buddy.
Yeah, so big story out there. Did you guys hear about the Ryan Garcia drama out there?
He tested positive.
So you guys haven't been following everything. So I'm going to give you guys the updates.
No, we heard about it.
So what's the update?
He failed the whatever enhancement drug the day of the fight, and then even the day after.
Okay, so now let me fill you in. So yes, that happened.
Can't wait.
And here, it's going to be the best story today. So here's what happened. So since that fight, this was what's interesting. Gervonta and Ryan Garcia aren't aligned, right? They're not buddies. They had been talking shit for a while. The first person that came out and defended Ryan Garcia and said that this looks suspicious, he was like, I know how this shit works, and I'm telling you something funny is going on. They're trying to do anything to take this W away from Ryan Garcia, right? He's not the only one. Canelo came out in support of Ryan Garcia as well. Ryan Garcia also vehemently denied all of these allegations.
Right.
And they do a thing called a B sample, right? Where he could have his B sample tested. Okay. It didn't come back with one of the two banned substances.
So that was his third test?
So that was his third test because he has the right to have his B sample tested, right? And when you have your B sample tested, that means you have a witness there to watch everything to make sure that there's no tampering. Okay,
so there's some tampering going on with these first.
So that's the rumors out there. And if you look at the public opinion, not just mine, you look at the public.
Drama.
No, it's true though. You look at the public opinion. everybody's backing Ryan Garcia. The boxing world, for the most part, not everybody, but for the most part, they're backing him right now, and so's the media. So the kid won.
But you come,
Kid beat the shit.
but not too long ago, you said that boxing is making a comeback, and it's
Absolutely.
great time. That you're talking about the Ryan Garcia fight, yet you come back with this whole controversy that somebody's tainting these tests, and then there's going back and forth
Potentially.
Like,
I mean, that's
It's still yet to be played out.
all this drama is just bringing attention to the sport. So,
Exactly.
So I mean, that's marketing.
Exactly.
is it
Marketing.
negative though?
Who cares? You don't. Any PR is good PR, right?
Right. Dude,
Even
like,
he said that back in the day.
here's what sells anymore, dude. Like, honestly, in this day
Headlines.
and age, drama sells. Drama
Yeah.
is what sells.
If it's good or bad, yeah.
But some
Yep.
folks can look at it and like, here we go again. See, this is why nobody watches boxing, because
I
every
disagree.
single time that there's a boxing
No.
match, and there's always some kind.
No one watched boxing because it got boring, bro. Let's keep it real. People quit watching boxing because the shit got boring. Good fighters were ducking good fighters, and now that the fighters are starting to fight each other, the interest is coming back. It's just supply and demand. When you supply people with a bunch of shit boring fights, the demand's going to go away. But when you give the public what they want and something to cheer for, man, I want to see the next good fight that they put on. That's why, like, I never gave a shit about Gervonta Davis's next fight, but because all this stuff's been happening, I'm starting to pay attention. He's an exciting fighter. He knocks almost everyone out that he fights. So I'm looking forward to that fight now. And that's because of the Canelo fight, right? That's because of the Ryan Garcia fight. That shit's on my radar. So,
All right. Do we have a red shirt update?
Yes. So we played this past weekend on Cinco de Mayo. We played against who are they?
I don't know.
Oh, the Replacements.
Is that what their name? The
City Park.
Replacements?
Yep. Field number 1. In the first game, we whooped up on them, almost spread them, and I thought we did spread them, but
we spread them.
It ended in a spread.
oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay, because I wasn't sure if they ended up covering where they could play another inning or two.
So
but
when we say spread, and I think at that point we were up by like probably 12 or
13.
13 or
I
something.
think it was
Yeah.
up by 10 after 5.
Oh,
10
or
after
10
5.
after 5. There you go.
So the first game, then the second game, they started whooping up on us like quick right after bat. They were first up to bat, and they were up 13-2, right? So we had a lot to work with to come back. So we made a little comeback, and then it was like 16 to.
Let
Was
me
it
help
16?
you. No, so here was the thing. It was 14-14, right? Yours truly came up to bat. Bases loaded.
He skipped the whole thing and went right to the,
I know.
right to the end.
Well, what
So
happened?
we started making a comeback, and as
Okay.
a team,
Okay.
everybody was contributing, hitting the ball over and over again, and those guys could not plug up that leak that turned into a waterfall. And then we got to the 14-14.
Yeah. Oh, so interesting going into that, because I remember in that second game, for whatever reason, our bats just weren't doing that
They were
good.
flat.
Like
Yeah.
overall,
They were flat
across
the
the
first
board,
couple
it
of
was
innings.
like, okay, we're not getting a lot of back-to-back hits. And then you're right, that one inning came. And, I like to say this every now and then. I'm like, everybody gets a hit. Come on. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. But
It was the
man,
last inning, right?
it
It was
had-
our last inning.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
it happened. I think every single person got a hit that inning, right?
Oh, yeah, we had 14 runs in one inning.
Yes.
And we ended up leading by 4.
Right.
And then they came up to bat, and then we were only up by 2, and then that's when we.
Well, you skipped
Cut
the
'em
part.
off.
So
But
it was.
they had-
So hold on. No. You skipped one of the best parts.
He skipped the
So-
Tony Hannah's moment. Here
Yeah,
we go.
it was 14-14, right? And because everyone else was doing their part, right? The bases were juiced, the bases were loaded, and I smoked one to right field for an inside the park grand
Would
slam.
you call it you smoked it?
Yeah,
Or-
that's right.
I remember a pop fly that the first
It
baseman
was-
almost caught.
So okay, so it was a pop fly that I strategically placed because I was
Okay,
I was
I will
placing him
say
to right
that.
field all day, right?
It wasn't a good spot.
But she put a little bit of scare into me because she almost made a miraculous catch, but it was just right off the tip of her glove, and I had the Jets on, and I ran home.
There you go. It's a wrap.
Yeah. So funny thing on that, right? I actually, man, I had a stellar day. This guy, Joe had some hits. This guy struck out again. I had actually 5 doubles, 2 triples, and a grand slam, and I am now 18 for 19 on the season. So hopefully I can keep up
We-
my good fortune.
We want to have some kind of stat caster or some kind of something that shows all of Walt's strikeouts.
It's been 3.
I mean, that's freaking a lot, man.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey,
happens.
it's more than the rest of the team combined. Maybe.
I go up there and swing.
Let's talk about that. Yeah. Okay.
Well, you did swing. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
So this is what our boy did, right? Because he wanted to try to be a good sport, show good sportsmanship. So in slow pitch, you start off with the strike, you start off with the ball, and so he got 2 balls, terrible pitches. So he looked at them, right? Walk, and then he had a third one that he didn't swing at because it was a terrible pitch. And the guy told him to take this base, and Waltz was like, "No, I'm not taking no freebies. Pitch me the damn ball." And then Waltz stood there and watched a ball go right down the middle for a strike.
So strike 3, because he did the courtesy swing, and then you got the strike 3. Yeah, that was a tough one.
We still won.
That's when we was losing 7-0. He wouldn't take a walk.
Well, you seen Joey had a tee upstairs. He was outside hitting the ball there.
Joey
I'm
Maltz?
Curious, why hasn't Joey ever came and played a game with us?
Because he's like 8.
Yeah, he's 14.
Yeah, we've had some young kids on the team though.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say he is not going to play slow pitch softball
hit the
until
ball.
He would smoke the ball, absolutely. But he's more used to seeing the ball come about 70 miles an hour at him right now.
Yeah. I remember when Teresa came and played with us.
she
It was a
could've
bit
hit
of a
it.
shock for her. So because
Yeah.
I think we was all kind of expecting, she's going to kill the ball. It's like,
No,
okay,
she
the
couldn't get it
timing's
past the
way
infield.
off. Yeah, it's a different game.
Seems
that's
like
for
the
sure.
bats were heavy, and I don't know what was going on there. But she can gun people out from the outfield.
Oh man, yeah, she had.
I loved
better
her arm.
than
That arm was
all of us up here.
golden.
That was man. It was a pretty proud dad moment when she throw people out at home, because she's a little girl. She's not very big at all.
Tiny.
Yeah. But man, she'd make guys look dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to run on her from second base and then get out on.
Yeah. Not even close.
Oh nope. Not even close. All right. So now the red shirts are
Are we 3-3?
3-3.
Yeah. We're 500.
500.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll take that.
Last week we got rained out, but we were supposed to play against scared hitless.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Oh, we could be.
There's a
hitless.
rain night game. Yeah. Hopefully, all the good players are like away in a tournament or something.
Yeah,
So we'll have
that
an
does happen
opportunity to win.
sometimes.
I'd rather play their better players.
Okay.
We'll see about that.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? I don't want to play no scrubs.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think we're ready for the real quick.
You ready for a real quicks?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Yep. Real quick. The KC Current still undefeated.
Oh, are they?
Yep.
Oh,
And the KC Sporting wins the Lamar Hunt Cup against the Omaha, whatever their team name was. So both teams are doing well.
real quick. Rick Carlisle, I think how you say his name, something like that, and the Indiana Pacers have said that the officials missed 78 calls over the first 2 games of the playoffs.
In the Indian and a Pacer game?
If the Pacers versus the Knicks,
78 calls?
They sent a letter to the NBA officials saying you guys missed 78 calls in 2 games.
Yeah, I'd like to see that game. Well,
Yeah, he was kind of complaining about the small market teams that are getting the shaft, blah, 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 whatever.
Well, NBA is NBA.
Yeah, he was just trying to make a big deal about the
I
officiating. He was trying to buy himself some calls. I
I'll
guess.
watch it if I'm cooking something, whatever, just to have something in the background, but I don't really watch it.
But he was also
anymore.
fined $35,000 for those.
For
comments.
saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah. Looking up shoes.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up real quick. So I didn't really come
Okay.
prepared with you.
Excuse me. Quick. El Capitan from the Royals turns 34 today. Happy
Ooh.
birthday there, Salvador Perez.
I did
Thank
see
you, my
that.
friend.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friend. And also celebrating a birthday today is Chiefs' very own Derek Notty.
Okay.
Naughty,
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 naughty.
Happy birthday, dude. Naughty.
What?
Oh, I didn't think. Okay, you done?
I'm ready.
Ready? You ready?
Yeah. Real quick, the AU Aces go with another victory tonight and are 5-0.
Is that where you were at today?
That's why I was a little bit late today.
Oh, okay.
Had to go check
I
out.
thought
the
they were
Aces.
done.
The Aces? No.
Wait, who are the Aces?
That's,
Your son.
Grandson.
Adonis.
Adonis.
Oh, Adonis. Man, you gotta.
When I say 8, you know what that means? That means
No.
8 and under.
No, I don't. Oh, I thought you said an acronym. AUSS.
8U. So like when I talk about the KC Monarchs, I say the 14U. That's 14 and under.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
That okay.
Heard it here first. Real quick.
We did not hear it here first.
Anthony Edwards, 22 years old for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're starting to call him the next Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I'll say I loved his response. He actually came out and said, "Stop it."
Yep, he says.
It's like Michael Jordan's the best player of all time. Quit
But was
making
he
the
like?
comparisons.
Was he doing this? Come on, guys, stop it, or was he like, come on, stop that?
I mean,
shit.
he's balling out right now. Obviously, no one's Michael Jordan. I mean, who knows? Maybe one day,
No,
but
there's no Michael.
Nah.
But if you have this guy on your team, that's I think exactly what the fuck you want. You don't want him to start saying, "Yeah, you know what?" Like and start acting like he is. Like
Absolutely.
no, he knows. You don't want to disrespect those that came before him, and he's got a long way to go before they call him Michael Jordan or the next Jordan. So, but big respect to Anthony Edwards, man. He is fucking lighting it up right now, man. Go out there and watch some highlights if you haven't seen him. This guy is just gliding through, dunking the ball. That's why they're comparing him to Michael Jordan, because of the way he's just soaring above these people right now. He definitely looks like the most athletic person on the court.
I think so. I think that is a fact. Real quick, Paul Skynes, last year College World Series hero, was making his MLB debut soon. I think tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of slow on the chimes there today, buddy.
I know.
Did you have, well, nobody's saying I got one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I did. He's telling you go ahead.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't have any more.
oh, I don't have any more either. I thought you was doing that for yourself.
No, I didn't have many real quicks for some reason this past week.
I got one more.
Not much to talk about.
True that.
Real quick, Austin Rivers says he can take 30 NBA basketball
that.
players and put them in the NFL, but
I
it
heard
cannot
that.
be done vice versa. On the other hand, Gronk said, "You don't have a job in either, so shut up."
He's an analyst.
Yeah.
For some reason, that's weird. How did that guy become a whatever? Yeah. Okay.
Wait till you watch the roast, man. They're on him big time.
Oh, Gronk? No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about Austin Rivers.
Mm-hmm.
But I forgot to write that down. I wanted to make that into a topic to see who we thought would be NBA, if NFL, vice versa players who would be good at
I mean, I
those
don't know
positions.
what NBA players he thinks don't play in the NFL unless they're playing like wide receiver. They can go
Yeah, like maybe
Yeah,
a
tight
young
ends.
like a young LeBron. Sure, I could see him
Yeah.
being a great receiver, but not him
Yeah.
anymore. Not
Yeah.
now.
All right.
Yeah, I think that might be it, buddy.
Okay. Let me.
Slow on the board.
But as this is going out, at the same time, when you see NBA players get fouled and hurt, they seem to act like they're hurt pretty bad. They're on the ground rolling around. So I don't know. I think the NFL they don't know what they're talking about.
One hit, those NBA players going back inside.
I ain't buying it.
In the car.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode of It Astro Boys on this May 10th, 2024. Reason why I give a date, that way we can see the before and afters, whatever. So we'll see you next time. Suckers!
Yeah, I mean, first off, I just want to thank God